and then we're gonna just. Oh yes. That's right. We're just gonna. You take some of the box. Oh yeah. Yeah, I hope it gets even more detailed though. I want to be able to do this part, like pulling out the foam and pushing away the packing peanuts and pulling it out. I want to be able to do it all. All right, what game we got? Ultra Good Boys. I don't know these two references we've just done. I don't know the references for this. I'm gonna be honest. What is this based off of? Oh, Super Mario. This is Super Mario. This is this game's version of Super Mario 64. I'm sorry. I knew that. All right, now we know how to do this. Get all these out the way. Get them out of the way. That's right. Hold on. Get out of here. Okay, well you guys can stay. But the rest need to go. Okay. Out of the window. Out of the window. Out of the window. Get out of here. Dude, we're littering. Ultra good boy, just like me. That's what Ange said, not what I said. Alright. Let's get all this dust off. Alright. Okay, I feel like this may be taking longer than just scrubbing it with the toothbrush. Alright, we should probably just scrub with a toothbrush, right, gang? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna start by just... Up and down. We got a system now, we're good at this. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Clean that. Clean all that. I mean, Milkers, if you're here, you get to choose the last game we clean. Alright. Oh, yeah. Let's clean the sides. Nintendo 64 game. A classic. I remember I never could beat Super Mario 64 on the Super Nintendo. But until I got a Nintendo DS. And played Super Mario 64 Nintendo DS version. Which is the superior version. Because they have a bunch of mini games. Okay, we've already made a lot. You need to play Mario. Why do I need to play Mario on the NES when I could just boot up the Nintendo Switch, play it on there? I did play it on there. I have. And it's not a good game. It's just a classic. That's the worst part about playing old games, is realizing they're good for their time, right? But they're not good for the current era of like gaming habits and stuff. Wait, I didn't even. Let's use this. Ooh, this is coming off real fast. Like, go back and play Conker's Bad Fur Day, bro. Not great. Like, it plays like shit. Or Banjo-Kazooie and stuff. Wow, we actually made a lot of progress really fast. I'm not gonna lie. No, it's not one of the best games. Go back and play Super Mario. It's good because it created the standard of gaming. Super Mario 3 was when it was at its peak. It's good because of what it's done for gaming and how it's put platformers on the map. But Super Mario 1 is a fundamentally flawed game, similar to Super Mario 2, until you get to Super Mario 3. Look how freaking good we are at this game now. It doesn't need to measure up to current gaming. It just doesn't just doesn't. I don't know. All right. What do we got to do to get this on? Bro's taking it way too in depth. Well, why wouldn't I? That's part of what we do. Is analyzation. Get this off with. There we go. Clean that up. Look how clean. So proud of you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. We're getting so good at this. I should actually do this in real life, bro. That'd be cool if you could actually, like, fix something in the game, like pop open the electronics, and you have to solve the issue. Like, why is the game not working? Like, that'd be cool if you could plug it into a console in the game, and you could see if it, like, was working fine after you're cleaning. I think that'd be super cool. Oh my god, Ultra Good Boy 64! They have a simulator game for that? Yeah, I know that, but yeah, where you can like play the old games. I know. I don't want to play it though. I want to just open it up. Oh my god. I want to just do this part. All right. Let's take this. Actually, I like this better for... Look how it comes off way better than the toothbrush versus... Yeah. Yo, PC building sim is? Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to build a PC. Maybe I do. Alright, I'm going to tell you guys another story. Alright. So, my favorite Super Nintendo game... Oh. Yeah. My favorite Super Nintendo game of all time is Mega Man X. Okay? So much so that, once again, when my mom would babysit, kids would bring their games over, okay? There's this one kid, forget his name. And he would always bring in Mega Man X. And this is another crime I've committed. I'm just letting you guys know this. What he would do, one time he'd keep bringing it over, and I was like, man, I really like this game. Like, I want to keep playing it. And he wasn't going to let me borrow it. He said no to letting me borrow it. But throughout the day, his clothes got wet somehow. How shit. I was like 5, bro. You're good at tearing me down, by the way. I just want to clarify that. So, let's get all this in this edge. So I don't even want to tell the story now. Bro's killing the vibe. Yeah. For anyone who wanted to hear the story, blame Hunter. You can't do that, though. Alright, let's get the edges. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's get the edges here. Ultra Good Boy. We've cleaned this one really fast. Mommy Milkers, if you're still here, you can get the next and final one. Yes, let's clean it. We just gotta get these edges. Man, we're getting good at cleaning these. It's making me happy. Alright, let's get the toothbrush here and clean these edges again. We still have we have a scratch right here as well. Got the dirt out of here. Right, get all that. I've learned I don't have to scrub the pad anymore. Alright. Get all that. Still gotta get the underside. Alright, let's do... So you scared off everyone being a cock. And making it not cozy. Alright. Let's do this. I'm just fucking around. Alright. No, I'm not telling the story. Get all this in here. So anyways, one time he brought Mega Man X over. Also, these weren't even my friends. I didn't know these kids. I had no vested interest in this except wanting to play their video games. And his clothes got wet, so he put his clothes in the laundry. And I don't know how, but he had Mega Man X in his pocket. And I took it out of the laundry and hid it somewhere. So when he left, he forgot about it. Until that day, I had Mega Man X. Until I didn't have a console anymore. It became one of my favorite games of all time. Because I got to play it. And I remember thinking, like, surely he's going to notice. And then one day, he did notice. And he was like, oh, you can just keep it. We had all the systems. Yeah. We had a lot. I feel like we're pretty clean here, but we're at 99%. Spoiled. Yeah, I'm not sure why my mom kept buying us game consoles when she hated games. I don't know the logic on that. Like, what's the ROI on your kid being addicted to, like, video games like that? We had a Sega, we had a Super Nintendo, we had a Nintendo 64. Because she hated gaming, so why did she keep buying us consoles? You know? If any parents want to chime in on that. Oh, look. Hey, we did it. On why you would... Keep you busy? Yeah, probably. It's kind of like an iPad. Look, I didn't even clean this part. It's saying I'm done. Oh, it's raining. It's raining in my cozy game. Or is that the wind? I wish when you hit 100%, it would just auto-complete. Alright, I'm done. Nice! Another one done! Ultra good boys! 100%, 100%. Came out in 96.